Good morning, Mark. My name's Mike.
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you. Peter, first of all, sends his apologies. He can't be here for your lesson this week. He gave me a ring last night and he mentioned you were going to do the left reverse today.
Yeah, he did mention it on the last lesson.
Smashing. Talk about your last lesson. What did you cover on your last lesson?
We did a bit more work on that turning the road again, trying to get
really?
that to come together a little bit.
Yeah. How are you going on with that? Did you manage it?
It was getting better.
Yeah.
We were doing more practice at the reversing. I was struggling on the reversing bit a little bit, so
Yeah.
the speed of the reversing.
Yeah. In terms of the speed, can you remember what Peter's actually said to you about keeping the speed
He
low?
kept
What
saying
expression
about
do you use?
that old man's walking pace.
That's smashing that, because that's just the thing we're going to use
Right, yeah.
as we do the left reverse. If you look just ahead there, you can see there's a junction to the left.
Yeah.
And that's the actual corner, the junction that we're going to be using.
Okay.
Okay, I've just got a diagram for you here. Okay, so this is ourselves, and we're parked up by the side of the road. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to make effective observations all around the car.
Mhm.
Obviously, looking out for other vehicles, pedestrians, particularly children, because they're a lot harder to see, aren't they?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Then we're going to drive past the junction, and we're going to assess the junction to see whether it's safe and available for us to complete the manoeuvre.
Right.
So we're going to be looking for parked cars, for example, and we're also going to be looking for children playing or roadworks or anything like that.
Okay.
Once we've assessed that it's safe and it's available for us, we're going to continue to drive past the junction, and I'd like to stop about 3 or 4 car lengths on the left there, yeah?
Okay.
Understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, now to assess that 3 or 4 car lengths, a good little tip is if, for example, you keep checking your interior mirror and looking for that corner there, sooner or later you'll see that that corner will appear in the actual corner of your rear view mirror.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's a good estimate of 3 or 4 car lengths.
Okay. Should I be my normal parking distance from the curb?
Good question, good question. What I'd like to be is probably about the width of a drain, a grid,
Okay.
away
Yeah.
from the curb, just to give us enough room to have a go at this without actually clipping the curb. Yeah.
Okay.
Once we reach that spot, what I'd like to do is to secure the car, like you normally would do, and then I'll give you a tip. Once we get past the junction, I'm going to give you a tip on fixing a reference point in the back window, but I'll talk about that once we get there.
Okay. Yeah.
Once we actually start the manoeuvre, I'd like you to select reverse gear, and again we're going to perform these very, very important effective all-round observations, which I'd like you to continue throughout the manoeuvre. The majority of your observation, however, is going to be over your left shoulder through the rear window.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to be observing this corner here. Now, as we travel along that curb, this corner will seem to disappear out of your back window.
Right. Yeah.
Once it disappears out of your back window, it will then eventually reappear in the tip of your side passenger window there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you with that?
Yeah.
Once it does appear there, I'd like you to stop the car.
Mhm.
Okay, we're going to secure the car. Then I'd like you to once again have a really good look all the way around the car, effective all-round observations, and then we're going to continue, and we're going to start to steer the car to the left around the corner. But as we start to steer the car around the left, the front end, as you can see from the diagram, is going to swing out like that towards the centre.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's very, very important that we have that additional observation to the right, just to make sure that we're not going to come into conflict with any vehicles travelling up here.
Right.
Okay. In terms of other vehicles, if we use the red ones here in the other diagram, if any cars approach our junction while we're in the process of doing this reverse, we're going to bring the car to a halt.
Okay.
At that point, I'd like you to make eye contact with the other driver, and then once we've established what he or she's going to do, then we'll continue.
All right.
All right. So continuing to reverse around this corner, and I'd like you to keep the tip of the corner, if you can, in the side passenger window for as far as possible, because it's going to disappear eventually, and it's going to return to the middle of your rear window.
All right. So it starts to come back
It
across.
starts
that
to come back
window.
across. That's
yeah.
right. Once it reaches that central point in your back window, I'd like you to then to steer back to the right, and effectively taking off the steering that you've put on
Okay.
to steer around the
Yeah.
corner, and then we're going to reverse for about 4 car lengths in a straight line, and we're going to stop at the side of the road.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Any questions on that, Mark?
If you guide me through it, I'll have a go.
Good lad. Right. Okay, then that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to just prepare the car, do your normal checks, and we'll drive past and park up on the other side of the junction.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Mirrors are okay there, yeah.
Yep.
So we just drive past the junction now.
Yeah. Good lad, well done. Not too fast, because what I'd like you to do is have a look into the junction as we drive past.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure there's enough room for us and that it's safe and it's available.
Yeah,
How's that
looks
look?
okay.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
So as we continue now, if you just keep checking your rear view mirror
Yeah,
until you can see the rounded edge of the corner.
behind
a
us.
bit. Can you see the corner yet?
Just there.
Okay, that's fine. We're in position to start the manoeuvre now. Before we actually do start, what I'd like you to do is to put your clutch down and select reverse gear for me, please.
Yeah.
Okay, before we have a good look around the car, would you just turn around, have a look over your left shoulder, and just look where the curb sort of cuts into the back window?
Right, yeah, I've got that, yeah.
Can you tell me where it is?
It's about halfway across the back window.
Just in the middle of the windscreen?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be our reference point for when we get around the corner. Because I'm going to say, well, bring the curb back to the middle of the rear windscreen.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to try that. So we're in reverse now. We've put the reversing lights on. People are prepared for us. Any oncoming traffic or following traffic, should I say, knows what we're about to do. So I need you to have a good check all around the car.
Okay.
Okay, notice we've got a pedestrian walking towards us on the left there.
Shall I wait till he goes past?
Yeah, that's a good idea. He may walk across the junction.
Yeah, he's walked behind us there.
Is it good? Good job we waited, didn't it?
Okay, I think he's out of the way now.
Okay, if you'd like to start then, reversing very, very slowly, looking out of your back window, watching that curve. Occasionally, Mark, I'd like to have a look forward as well,
Right, yeah.
just to check what's in front of us, and it'll also take a bit of strain off your neck. Just look forward, Mark, see the car coming towards you, just... That's it, good lad. Good, like to resume now.
Okay.
Smash it. Watching for that corner disappearing out the back window and coming round into the side passenger window. When it does, I'd like you to stop, please.
Yeah. It's disappearing out the back window now.
Yeah, okay, just carry on a little bit further. Tell me when it comes to the tip of the side passenger window. It's okay, take your time. Quick look forward, don't forget. Good.
Yeah.
I think I can just see it in that.
Okay, good. I'd
Back
like to secure the car for me, please. Okay, now we're going to have another good look all around the car.
Yeah.
Effective observations.
Okay.
Okay, now when we start to move this next time, Mark, we're going to start to steer to the left to negotiate that corner. So it's very important that you have a really, really good check to the right, just in case we've got any cars coming along the road that may be in conflict with us.
Right.
Okay, if you'd like to do your observations then, Mark.
Shall I wait for
Well
him?
spotted, yeah, that's good. That's just the sort of thing we were talking about before,
Right, yeah,
isn't
'cause I go out there.
it? Okay, clear now?
I think it's safe.
Good lad. Let's carry on. Okay, so you're steering the front of the car, swinging out.
Yeah.
Just pause now and have a really good check to the right for me, please, Mark. Just make sure there's no...
There's a car coming up the road now.
Okay, let's just wait there then. Good. Get eye contact with the driver. Good. All clear now?
Yep. I think so.
Okay, let's carry on. Steer around the corner, trying to keep the corner in position in
Yeah.
that side passenger window. Another check to the right, Mark, don't forget. Keep checking.
Okay.
Nice and slow. Now look for the curb coming towards the centre of the rear windscreen.
Right, it's near, just about there, yeah.
Okay, now when we start to move now, just take the steering off that you just put on. Good. Good, good, good. Look out the back windscreen,
Oh, yeah.
Mark, don't forget. All of your observations have got to be over your left shoulder.
Right.
Okay, so just drive us slowly backwards and try to keep the curb positioned on that midpoint in your back window.
Right. Yeah, I see
Reverse
what you
about
mean
3 or
now.
4 car lengths. Can you see that?
Yeah, so keep it in the same place. Stay the same distance, don't you?
That's right, that's right. forget these looks forward, Mark. That's good.
Yeah, there's a car coming up behind us.
Okay. Just a little further, Mark, then we're clear of the junction. We're not in anybody's way then that's wanting to turn in the junction. Either. And if you'd like to stop there, please, Mark, and secure the car. How was that then?
It hurts your neck.
Well, that's the reason we keep looking forward as well. Just takes that pressure off the neck.
Right.
Okay, we'll have one or two
went
more
quite
goes.
well,
at
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Shall we? Have one or two more goes?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That's
Well
all
done.
right.
Okay, Mark, how did you feel about the first one?
That went quite well, I think, really.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
a
see,
bit
if we
more
can,
practice.
let's see if we can do even better this time, eh?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so remember what we did first of all, when you checked in the back window.
Okay, yeah, for that reference point. Yeah, it's about the same place.
Right, that's good then. Okay, so clutch down and into reverse then, please. Now remember, good effective observations all the way around the car. Okay, are we clear?
I think so.
Good lad. Let's start to reverse then. Nice and slow. Remember that old man's walking pace?
Yeah.
That's it, good.
So how often should I look forwards?
About every 10 or 12 seconds, you know, rough, as a rough guide, just to take the strain off your neck.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, we're looking for that curb disappearing out the back window.
It's just disappearing out that back window now.
Okay, let me know when it reappears again in that side passenger window. And that's the point we're going to stop.
I think it's about there.
Okay, that's it, good lad. Just secure the car then for me. Right, before we continue, I'd like to have a good look around the car, remember, like we did last time.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Coming out there. The taxi's staying still there, so I think I'm okay.
Good, that's smashing. Off we go then. As we start to move, we're going to start to steer to the left.
Yeah.
Okay, now just pause and have a really good check to the right, because the front end of the car, if you remember, it's going to swing out towards the centre of the road.
Yeah.
That's it. And I like to just keep looking to the right, about every 10 seconds or something like that while we get around the corner. Very, very important that we don't enter into any conflict with passing cars.
Still clear up and down
Steering.
that main road.
That's it, good. Try and keep the curb in that side passenger window. It'll disappear again and reappear in the back window.
Yeah, it's in the back window now.
Good. Now look for that reference point towards
Yeah,
the middle.
it's nearly towards the middle now.
Right, as it approaches there, start to take your steering off to where it was. Good.
Right.
That's it. Constantly observing out of that back window. Remember that quick check forward on occasion as well. And just continue reversing for about 3 or 4 car lengths again. Just try and keep the reference point in the same place, Mark. Remember?
Yeah.
Just like you did last time.
I think, yeah, the curb's back in the same place, I think.
Good. That's it. Nice observations.
It stops it hurting your neck when you look that way as well.
It does, yeah, doesn't it? Okay, if you'd like to stop there then, please, Mark. I'll secure the car for me. Well done, another good one. You pleased with that?
I'm getting more of the idea now. I think just a bit more practice and I'll start to be able to do it on my own, I think.
Smashing, okay.
Yeah.